is 264-837. I will begin our group presentation by introducing the overview of this assignment and explaining the background of our selected company and what are the population and sampling data that we use. First, we have overview. The purpose behind this research is to examine the administration structure and moral standards of telecommunication companies in Bursa Malaysia. We have selected 5 listed companies from the perspective of corporate culture, ethical safeguards and virtual values, whistleblowing policy, anti-bribery policy, corporate social responsibility, board of directors, and sustainability. Next is backgrounds of companies. The 5 listed telecommunication companies that we have selected are Telekom Malaysia Berhad, Digi.com Berhad, Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad, MNC Wireless Berhad, and AZHAR Group Berhad. I will explain the background of these companies in the next slide. So the first company that I will explain is Telekom Malaysia Berhad. Telekom Malaysia Berhad, TM, was founded in 1984 as a national telecommunication company for fixed line, radio, and television broadcasting services and was the national service provider and digital infrastructures in Malaysia. Today, TM has become the leading integrated telco, providing a comprehensive range of fixed communication services, Wi-Fi, ICT, cloud, and clever smart services in Malaysia. As the leading market, TM supports the generation of stakeholder value in a highly competitive environment and emphasizes the improvement of customer experience and innovative focus on increased operational efficiency and productivity. Next, TM is the largest listed company in the main market of Bursa Malaysia, where there has operating sales for over 16 billion ringgit and total assets of more than 41.8 billion ringgit. TM is a government-linked company which has a majority stake in Khazanah Nasional. So the second listed telecommunication company in Bursa Malaysia is Digi.com Berhad. Digi.com Berhad once used to be called as Mutiara Telecommunications Sdn Berhad and changed its name in January 1999 to Digi Telecommunications Sdn Berhad. The company was established in Shah Alam, Malaysia on 24 May 1995. Digi is a mobile communication company that engages in telecommunication and related service establishment, maintenance, and provision. Digi is the first full digital cellular network launched and operates in the telecommunication industry in Malaysia. Digi provides a variety of mobile communication services such as voicing, SMS, data plans and services, and etc. under their prepaid plans and post-payment plans. Digi.com Berhad is listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia under the Infrastructure Category Act. The third company that is listed on Bursa Malaysia is Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad. Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad is Malaysia's leading content and entertainment company known for providing TV services, radio services, content generation, aggregation and distribution, talent management, digital and media, and home shopping services. Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad was established as an investment holding company and based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia on 14 February 2012. Astro's programming include both domestic and international content in multiple languages including Chinese, English, Malay, and Tamil, suitable for over 23 million individuals of multiracial Malaysian households. Astro Malaysia Holding Berhad was listed in the main market in 2012. The next listed company in Bursa Malaysia is MNC Wireless Berhad. MNC Wireless Berhad is a mobile and digital solution company that based in Malaysia to design, construct and manufactures mobile applications, websites and experience using social media. The company was established in 2003 in Kuala Lumpur. MNC Wireless business covers several of segments, where the first segment includes mobile apps offering short message, which is called SMS, platform for mobile users, wireless and multimedia related services involved in sales and marketing, and research and development of wireless content, resource management to other multimedia services. The second segment includes consulting, sales, marketing and implementation, business solution, content management, and business resource for wireless and multimedia services. MNC Wireless is listed in the ACE market of Bursa Malaysia under technology sector. The last company is Axiata Group Berhad. Axiata Group Berhad is a Malaysia-based telecommunication company and Asia-centric multinational mobile telecommunication operative that was founded on 12th of June 1992. Axiata was actually known as Telekom Malaysia International Berhad (TMI), and then demerged from TM and subsequently listed on the main market of the Bursa Malaysia in 2008. Axiata holds 8 mobile operators under the brand names of Celcom in Malaysia, XL in Indonesia, Dialog in Sri Lanka, Robi in Bangladesh, Smart in Cambodia, Ncell in Nepal, Idea in India, and M1 in Singapore. The group is one of Malaysia's largest mobile operators for having over 240 million subscribers, which has grown 6 times since 2007. Axiata offers product and services such as prepaid and postpaid mobile services, and etc. The last point is Axiata was among the earliest in Malaysia and Sri Lanka to deliver 4G services. The sample that we use is from telecommunication companies that are listed in the main market of Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad. The data that we use is from the latest annual report and corporate governance report in 2020.
My name is Nur Fizato Akmal. My number matric is 264167. Today I would like to present my report is a code of structure. Telekom Malaysia Berhad already has gameplay and vision in place. DG, they are always pushed to develop and offer customized, engage, and sell digital good and service to their customer because they are customer focused. For the AZHAR, it's dedicated to provide the greatest local, regionally, and worldwide content to our consumer to enlighten and engage them. For the MIC, provide a comprehensive range of barrier-breaking service, mobile app designs, digital marketing, social media, platform creation, social media marketing element of digital and digital money. For the Axiata, there is a top telecommunication company. Axiata has evolved from understanding steady with a high priority mobile risk profile to a triple. Let's continue. The second part is ethical safeguard and virtue value. Okay, for the Telekom Malaysia, the code of behavior and business ethics, which are specific business concept, organized principle, and ethic conduct is TM ethical protection. If there are any TM policy or process that are contradicted with this code, the policy addressed by this code will take precedence. And for the DG, the code established the ethical guideline for how they do the business and operate as the responsible, accountable worker and steward of the DG reputation. And for the AZHAR, there is compliance, which mean adhering to applicable law, rule and regulation, be more proactive in responding to community. They need and exciting with a social program. MNC is critical that all direction of the company exercise caution and due care in safeguarding any sensitive personal data relating to their group, they according to the scope of the employment and their specifically forbidden from reveal such information to someone if duty authorized or legally mandated. For the AZHAR, they must behave honestly, effectively, as which the required care, expertise, and dedication. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Vishudaratri. My metric number is 264138. My part is to present about whistleblowing policy. Right, for Telekom Malaysia Berhad, one of their objectives is to provide a channel for their employees to express their concerns about unlawful or unethical businesses practice that affect the organizations. And then an employee who seems to have concerns about unlawful or improper behavior in the workplace but is uneasy to bring up the issue through usual channels can call PM Ethics line or using the ethics website, where his or her name will also be kept strictly confidential. Alright, next is DG Telecommunication Berhad. Their objective is to establish a formal and confidential method for every DG employee to raise their issue about any illegal acts yearly as well as through proper channels. And then the scope of this policy is to make it easier for anyone who believes they have discovered wrongdoing or impropriety to disclose it. And then misconduct involve failing to comply with legal and regulatory requirements when a DG employee deliberately neglects or fails to comply with the law that has been set by the company. Next is AZHAR Malaysia Berhad. The objective is to provide employees with proper methods for reporting situations of inappropriate behavior, and this policy also applies to all employees regardless of the provision of their letters of appointments, contract of employment, grade, job description, or length of service. And the last one is the whistleblowing line is supervised by the Vice President, Corporate Insurance Groups, who is also mainly responsible for research and disclosure of improper conduct. Alright, for the next slide is MNC Wireless Berhad. Their objective is to help anyone who thinks they have found misconduct or wrongdoing. The scope of this company is developed to ensure it is possible for the employees to voice their concerns internally and to expose anything that they think is impropriety or malpractice. They also have to make sure that no safety is provided to individuals that do not want to use the procedures from internal disciplinary procedures. The last one is AZHAR Group Berhad. One of their objectives is to give the opportunities to the employees in the company to speak up or raise any issue related to the suspected misconduct, unethical behavior, unfair treatment, and others. Next, what the reporter have to include in their Speak Up channel is the background of the incidents, when and where it's happened, how it happened, and who was involved in these incidents. And then the reporters also can hide their name and contact information. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Rubini daughter of Muniandi, metric number 262088. So now I'll be presenting to you about the anti-corruption policy or anti-bribery policy that have been applied by all the 5 companies. Okay, now let's move on to the first company, which is Telekom Malaysia Berhad. So to avoid bribery and corruption, Telekom Malaysia Berhad intends to establish a zero tolerance policy as part of the lockdown strategy. The TM Anti-Corruption Guide outlines the guidelines for illegal bribery and corruption that may occur throughout the TM's operations. If there is a conflict between this code and ACG, this code will take precedence over this ACG. Accepting, offering any form of reward has an inducement or incentive or to do or refrain from something, it is banned among all the companies, business partners, and families. If an individual receives a bribe request or offer, the integrity and governance group of TM is responsible for reporting the crime to the ethics line. So they must also provide a full and accurate explanation of the individual who committed in the unethical act. we will look at DG.com Berhad. The anti-corruption policy of DG lays the groundwork for continuing investigations into ethical work practices and the establishment of business connections. DG anti-corruption policy lays out management and employee responsibilities for preventing gratification and dealing with bribery and corruption. Furthermore, DG policy owner anti-corruption is responsible for ensuring that DG's zero-tolerance anti-corruption policy is implemented and that DG's anti-corruption rules are followed across DG's business activities. DG combat corruption by developing a risk-based comprehensive anti-corruption program. As part of it, the anti-corruption initiative, high-risk business partners, for example, were subjected to an IDD background check. Next, moving on to Astro Malaysia Holdings Berhad. The Astro Anti-Corruption Framework, or known as AACF, was developed by the company to provide high-level description of the essential concepts established in policies and processes that are compliant with Malaysian laws and regulations. The organization expects its employees to treat one another properly and with dignity at all times, as well as to protect the firm's assets. Bribery is always a risk to assets and money, so employees must work together to prevent any bribery or corruption in their industry. Suspected incidences of corruption will be thoroughly examined, and employees are encouraged to report any suspected instances of misbehavior to their line manager via the company's whistleblowing line. Individuals who do not adhere to the AACF, including those who do not undergo any anti-bribery and corruption training, may face disciplinary action which may include dismissal of employment or termination of the employment. Now, let's take a look at MNC Wireless Berhad. So, bribery and corruptions are strictly prohibited in any form in MNC Wireless Berhad. So, if an employee violates this policy, he or she may face disciplinary actions as well as the possibility of being fired for gross misconduct. Last but not least, let's look at Axiata Group Berhad. Axiata Group is proud of its values and is committed to doing business in an atmosphere of free from bribery and corruption. This policy is part of the Axiata Group's anti-bribery and anti-corruption, recalled as ABAC compliance structure, and must be followed by all the stakeholders. Axiata Group can provide ABAC knowledge and training to its employees on a regular basis, as needed according to their roles, risks, and also business circumstances. All new workers must get the relevant training within a set time frame after starting their employment with Axiata Group, as stated in the ABAC guidelines.
My name is Nazira binti Abdul Nasir, matric number 264215. Now I'm going to explain about corporate social responsibility for each of the company, including economic, environment, and philanthropic responsibility. For the first company, which is Telecom Malaysia Berhad (TM), this company is already achieved a level of philanthropic responsibility, as TM established TM Tabung Kebajikan COVID-19 to help local communities. They also collect almost RM560,000, which consists of cash and also essentials item for B40s. And also, TM installs smart digital health screening solutions at 5 selected schools in Klang Valley. Moving on to the next company, which is DG.com Berhad. Same as TM, this company also at the levels of philanthropic responsibility when DG has launched COVID-19 crowdfunding during last April under Yellow Heart COVID-19 Aid to support medical frontliner. They collect around 50,000 worth of medical grade face masks and give it to Kuala Lumpur Hospital and also University Malaya Medical Centre. Also, as a part of GLC disaster network, they also pledging RM1 million to support the efforts of Ministry of Health. DG also extending the offer of free 30GB to support B40 communities. Moving on to the next company, which is Astro Holding Berhad. They also a corporate with levels of philanthropic responsibility. As under Astro Kasih, they distribute about 30 laptops to 3 schools in Sabah and also at Sarawak. Other than that, Astro Kasih also distribute revision books, foods and also face masks to local communities. Astro also apply a levels of environmental responsibility as they apply and green business practices that focus on limiting pollution and also lowering greenhouse gas. Meanwhile, for MNC Wireless Berhad, this company just achieved an economic responsibility as they create a Go SMS as a product to provide to their customer with unparalleled SMS solutions. Their customer including CIMB Bank, Setia Eco Park, Pendrive, Cinta Sayang Wizard and also Product. Other than that, they also create unique mobile apps to their customers. Last but not least, for Axiata Group Berhad, for this company, they also achieve a philanthropic responsibility as they already generate a maximum income. This company established a telecom internet center called as Sri Gumun Cyber Cube to help local orang asli to have an access to training and knowledge sharing sessions as well as a venue for the embark for e-commerce. Their program also recognized by AZHAR Responsible Enterprise Awards called in the category of Green Leadership.
My name is Muhammad Khairul Anwar bin Abdullah, metric number 275418. So I will continuing the presenting about the board of director in telecommunication sector. So first we look at the board of director in Telecom Malaysia Berhad. As you all know, the structure plays a vital role in supporting the business and executing the strategy. So in telecom, it provides a framework for their company to set the strategy and business goal, monitor the performance and appropriately manage the risks that they have faced. So the entire of the company decision making and the accountability system as well as the standard guidelines for each other expectation. So next we move to the second company is DG.com Berhad. DG.com, the board of director is ultimately responsible for helping to adjust its corporate strategies and ensuring that these strategies are effectively implemented that have the resources needed to achieve its shareholder protection goal. Next, we move to the third companies is Astro Malaysia Holdings Berhad. In Astro Holdings Berhad, corporate governance Astro Berhad board of directors puts the interest of shareholders first and believe that management continues to create value by maintaining a long-term vision and high standard of responsibility and ethics. My name is Muhammad Khairul Anwar bin Abdullah, metric number 275418. So I will continuing the presenting about the board of director in telecommunication sector. So there are 5 companies in the telecommunication sector, which is first Telekom Malaysia, second DG Astro MNC Wireless, and lastly the AZHAR Group. So first we look at the board of director in Telekom Malaysia Berhad. As you all know, the structure plays a vital role in supporting the business and executing the strategy. So in telecom, it provides a framework for their company to set the strategy and business goal, monitor the performance, and appropriately manage the risks that they have faced. So the entire of the company decision making and the accountability system, as well as the standard guidelines for each other expectation. So next we move to the second company is DG.com Berhad. DG.com, the board of director is ultimately responsible for helping to adjust its corporate strategies and ensuring that these strategies are effectively implemented that have the resources needed to achieve its shareholder protection goal. Next, we move to the third companies is Astro Malaysia Holdings Berhad. In Astro Holdings Berhad, corporate governance Astro Berhad board of directors puts the interest of shareholders first and believe that management continues to create value by maintaining a long-term vision and high standard of responsibility and ethics. So next we move to the fourth company, which is MNC Wireless Berhad. For MNC Wireless Berhad, this board charter stipulate the composition and balance sheet, function and responsibilities, operation and procedure. So understanding their responsibilities and about the board of members, all directors and employees must abide by the code of ethics and business conduct. So lastly, we move to the AZHAR Group Berhad. Inside the AZHAR Group Berhad, they have a group guidelines and employee code of conduct provide guidelines for high ethical standard and business activities. It has benefits for insider trading. So last in conclusion is, according to MCCG, companies are obligated to define alternative measures implemented by them if the requirements are not met. So this approach is called a CARE, such as principle, understanding, application, and communication. According to the regulation, certain practice such as comprehensive reports on the interaction of corporate strategy, performance, management, and value creation are only applicable to being included in the FTSE Malaysia 100 Index company. So that's all from me for the board of directors of the companies. Thank you very much. So lastly, we move to the AZHAR Group Berhad. Inside the AZHAR Group Berhad, they have a group guidelines and employee code of conduct provide guidelines for high ethical standard and business activities. It has benefits for insider trading. So last in conclusion is, according to MCCG, companies are obligated to define alternative measures implemented by them if the requirements are not met. So this approach is called a CARE, such as principle, understanding, application, and communication. According to the regulation, certain practice such as comprehensive reports on the interaction of corporate strategy, performance, management, and value creation are only applicable to being included in the FTSE Malaysia 100 Index company. So That's all from me for the board of directors of the companies. Thank you very much.
Telekom Malaysia Berhad has aided in the developments of the nations of socio-economic prosperity. As Malaysia's digital transformation journey boosts innovations and economic growth, TM must guarantee that the benefits are distributed equally and that the social and environmental pressures that may threaten the country further well-being are successfully resolved. TM is committed to the enhancing its own sustainability initiative in addition to fostering Malaysia's long-term growth. TM can protect the groups against social, environmental, and government risks that impacts financial performance by incorporating sustainability into everything they do. As a result, in 2009, they began to improve its ERN system in order to incorporate sustainability risks. Digicoms Berhad aspire to be a leader in sustainable and ethical business, and they believe that they can do so by focusing on a few priorities such as integrity and empowerment. Digi strives to promote a healthy and respectful culture across the organization through our comprehensive corporate governance procedure, as the behavior of our people is critical to Digi's reputations. Digi believes that by adhering to climate change, they will be able to reduce the environmental impact by lowering CO2 emissions and providing clients with friendly solution. For example, the Green's concept outline a comprehensive approach to combating climate change. Astro Malaysia Holdings Berhad is dedicated to developing a business that is both profitable and sustainable. Astro Malaysia achieved the biggest social impact as Malaysia's largest content creator and broadcaster by advocating education and being a good voice for goods. Astro Malaysia has improved its content to serve customers by producing, aggregating, distributing, and monitoring contents across TV and streaming services. Astro Malaysia has implemented numerous strategies, including the creation of compelling, winning, and inventive premium Malaysian contents, as well as activities to improve and preserve a winning content pipelines. MNC Wireless Berhad aims to conduct its business in a sustainable manner, which focuses to outline the key economic, environmental, social, and government aspects that are material to the continued success of the business strategies and corporate cooperations, upholding high ethical standards and maximizing long-term value generation for stakeholders. MNC Wireless adheres to the regulations and guidelines established by Booksum Security and other relevant authorities to guarantee effective prudence management and accountability for business sustainability. MNC recognizes their responsibility to reduce their carbon imprint on the environment and have recognized ways to reuse, recycle, and reduce the resources they use to care for environment. In the social side, MNC believes that quality and conducive working environment would raise efficiency and productivity, as well as improving the overall quality of employees. Sustainability at Axiata is aligned with our risk assessment parameters to ensure Axiata addresses the material sustainable matter in a holistic manner, undertaken through the materiality which is conducted biennially. Following the identifications of sustainability issues, Axiata had a workshop inside the group to further prioritize sustainability issues from a business standpoint. Axiata has upgraded its sustainability governance framework in order to ensure the effective execution of further sustainability plans and initiatives. In 2020, to maintain the sustainability, Axiata have established one team that is known as Axiata Sustainability Steering Committee, with the objective that wants to promote a more integrated structures and collaborative approach to the group's sustainability objective and ambitions.
In conclusion, the primary regulator for telecommunication companies is Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Communication, known as MCMC, which was established by the Communication and Multimedia Commission Act of 1998 to implement and promote the government national policy in the telecommunication sector.